Okay, it's Bo again. I've got a question from Kathleen, and Kathleen says, other people say that anyone can learn to tap in more deeply to intuition, but as far as psychic abilities go, can anyone learn those, or are they more given or born into? So intuition is this is such a great question because I think people can get confused with it, Kathleen, so thank you for asking this one. If you consider intuition to be the umbrella, psychic, mediumship, empaths, those are under the umbrella. So everyone has access to their intuition. Everyone can have full access to their intuition. And it's a matter of when you open that up, are you wired more toward mediumship, more toward being an empath, more toward being psychic? Mediumship meaning communicating with those on the other side, psychic meaning reading information from living people here on earth. Did you hear that? I just I think I've said it over so many years that I'm so used to explaining that because it's such a common question. And now the question that you're asking, is this given or are we born into it? I love that question because are you do you get it? Does it access it? Are you bringing it on? Are you getting more intuition, or are you a rare person that was born with a gift? Okay, let me take a minute here to say this. Anybody that knows me knows I like to use the word ability more than I do gift because we all have the ability. Every single one of us has the ability. When you see an intuitive that is really strong, it's not a gift. It's not because the word gift for me puts that person up on some sort of a pedestal. And it's not the case. It just happens to be that their intuition, their access to their intuition is more open than others. But it doesn't mean that they have more intuition than anyone else. We all have full-on intuitive abilities. It's a matter of how open they are. When it comes to like the SAGE method, for example, I've been teaching that course for 12 years. And that course is all based in that your intuition is already 100% there. It's just a matter of it being covered with emotional clutter, environmental clutter, just clutter in general. So it's the blocks that shut down the intuitive channel. So for an intuitive who's professional, or sometimes we hear people who have gotten into a car accident and luckily survived, but it opened up their intuition. Well, they were rewired, and they also had to step back into their life in a different way. And if they look back, chances are really good that they're going to come out of that accident, and the human part of them is going to say, wow, I'm not gonna let work suck me in anymore, and I'm not going to do this anymore, and life is precious and I'm glad I'm here. They're automatically decluttering, and that's a big part of them opening up their intuition and having more access to it. So take 10 people, line them up. No matter how intuitive the world sees them, or that they are able, how much intuition they're able to access in that moment, if all 10 of those people were to declutter and de-stress, and it would open all of their intuition. So I like to use the word ability because it's not something that's given to somebody at a certain age in their life, and then this gift was given to them and now they can share it with the world. It's more like we all have the gift. But some of our gifts are stuffed away in a closet under a whole pile of laundry. So we just need to open up that closet, clean out the laundry so we can access that gift. So I'm cool with using the word gift if we can say that everyone has the gift. So born into it or taken on, we're all born this way. When you see children, they are so intuitive. They are so intuitive and they're so open. And what happens? Then we grow up and we take on clutter, emotional clutter, worry, stress, money, all of it. I mean, the most intuitive people are the very, very young children, and the older adults who have, and middle-aged, I'm sure, anybody past that who has worked to be as balanced in their life as they can be. And the more balanced and on your spiritual path you are, the more open your intuition is. So it's not necessarily born into it or raised by it. And then people say, well, you know, but what about those people who are raised by very open families? Their intuition is open more versus a skeptical family where their intuition is slammed closed. That was me. I was raised by skeptics. And so for me, I opened up on a fluke. You know, it was, and I wasn't trying to, and I wasn't, you know, saying, oh, I want to open my intuition, because I didn't believe in any of it. So for me, it was a moment where my grandmother passed. Shortly after passing, she showed up in my living room, scared the socks off me because I didn't believe any of it. And then she kept showing up. And so I was desperately curious to see if this was real or it wasn't real. And when I discovered that the proof was off the charts and I couldn't deny it, I decided, okay, I'm going to step into this. But once I said, okay, I'm going to step into it, well, now what do I want? Now I want clearer communication. So that's when I went on a journey to explore, how do we get clearer communication? Because that's what I'm all about. If you have the knowledge, then you have the tools, and then you can, you know, do anything that much better. It's, for me, the more knowledge I have, the more I can access, the more strength that I can have. That's just how it works for me. But so that's what I did. And in essence, that's where the Sage Method was born, was those first number of years. Here's what I did to open up to this level of intuition, and to open up my intuition, which is equal to yours. We all have, you know, 100% intuition. It's just a matter of, have you gone through those steps to be able to focus in on it? Have you ever been on vacation and you have more intuitive moments, or just waking up and you have more intuitive moments, or bored out of your mind doing the dishes and you have an intuitive moment? Think about that for a second, because those are moments of less clutter. Those are moments of clarity, of peace. So when you have a lot of stress, a lot of things coming at you, it's hard to tap into intuition. Okay, moving forward with this, I was answering the question around people that are raised in families that are very open, and then people that are raised in families that are very skeptical. It's just a matter of, the child raised in a family that's very open is given the knowledge that that these possibilities are real. And when you open up to possibilities being real, then you can step into them with more ease. When you're told that's not real, it's hard to step into it. It's really hard to say, well, that's not real, but I'm gonna try to do it. Like, it doesn't make, it kind of goes against itself. So children that are lucky, in this sense, raised in very open families, are raised to understand intuition as being something natural and existing and real. So they've already kind of covered that first hurdle. Whereas the rest of us who are in skeptic families first had to jump the hurdle of accepting and acknowledging that our intuition is very real, and then honing it. So 100% for everybody. It's literally a matter of uncovering it. And declutter is a beautiful thing. Have you ever like really cleaned your kitchen and it was like super spotless and the rest of the house was a mess and all you wanted to do was stand in your kitchen because it felt better? That's what I'm talking about. So the declutter that is the most effective. So, Bo, where do I start? Like, what's the first thing I start? Anything that's stressing you out. Anything that's stressing you out. You don't have to tackle it 100%, but even the motion of moving toward solving it is going to start to open up your intuition. And it's not a fluke that when you are in your most peaceful state, or you are most balanced, or daydreaming, or just relaxed and life isn't weighing on you, is when you have more intuitive moments that come to you. It's not a coincidence. So great question. I love this question. It's such a popular one. And so if you're watching this video, your intuition is already a gift. It's already an ability. It's already 100% there. It's just a matter of opening it up.